Hey guys, Lucas Coster here. Today we're at Vegas and we got some stuff here today that I still want to review. And it's an RTF, I believe it's from Betaflight, and we got it right here. So the price will be linked in a link, so you can find it on its website. But they still charge you a lot for just this tiny thing. By this how small it is. And if you find this loose wire, don't worry, that's just the antennae. Then if you buy the RTF, like ready to fly, but if you find maybe BN something, then that's bind and fly, I think. So it only includes the drone and the batteries for some, I guess. So what's amazing is this small. It has brushless motors. It takes two lipos to activate, and it has a front camera. It comes with a camera cover, and it's made of carbon fiber, if you can see right there. That's my first FPV drone. I mean, if you think not, well, the other drones I had were just camera drones. This one's pretty rad. And next to the drone, you have a case like the strap. After the strap, you'll find propellers and screws inside, so you can screw in the propellers. And after that, I bought the RTF, but I bought 2 more batteries, which each battery is $10 more. One battery is $10. So it came with 2, and I bought 2 more. So this charger it came with. And it's gonna be blinking green when it's at idle, and it's gonna be solid green when charging. So just plug it into your USB, which is pretty simple, and then you just take out the juicy batteries. You only need 2 to fly, so I just bought 4 so I can fly it twice per charge. So looks like a 1S battery, and if you want to buy it, you can find out on their website, or you search up 3.8 volts. Here, just look at it so you can see. So after that, you just strap in the batteries. Strap it in. Okay, first things first, strap it in, the batteries. Make sure you don't put it wrong, otherwise the batteries will short circuit, and then that will not be good. And you don't want that. So you could put it sideways on the drone, but it's gonna bend the wires a lot, and you don't want that. So I prefer just letting them sit upright with the terminals pointing up, so you can like actually put it on. Hold on, and then you pull on the strap. Make sure it's tight. Make a strap so it's like that, so the battery's on the top. Now you just take this cord and plug it in. And I'll move this camera so you can see me fly it later. So after that, you have unstrapped this. You'll find your FPV goggles. That's included. You don't need to put a phone in there. It has a built-in screen. And after that, you got a very nice controller. It's rechargeable too. You have a bind and setup in the back, and that's where you charge it. It feels really high quality, and it bounces. Oh yeah, I love that sound. Oh, here's a catch, but this does not have altitude hold. So I recommend you buy a cheaper one, like the Cherson CX-10 without altitude hold, before you fly this. And before you fly this drone, make sure you have removed the camera protector, so you can reveal the camera from underneath. So this is to protect the drone from any dust. So let's go ahead and set it up, and I'll move this camera for you guys. Oh, trash. Okay. Let me put that right there. So we're not in our bedroom, so don't be embarrassed. So right here, we just have this goggle, but I'll show you what it is. So let me go ahead and plug in the drone and get it ready to set up. Plug it in. Make sure not to short circuit the batteries, otherwise your house is gonna go kaboom. You don't want that. So plug in the batteries right. So it should make that noise, and it should spark. that means you have a healthy battery. Now your drone will start blinking. You take your controller, hold it until it makes that noise. Now on here, you have a lot of these controls. This is how it works. You can read that on the manual. So at the very bottom right here, you push it down. That's no assistance. But in the middle, it's like when you roll or something, it gives you assistance. But this is at the very top, no roll control, no stability at all. You'll have to control it completely. And the SD is, I suppose, to like trim it. And the SC is turtle mode. So first, to arm it, you just push this up. Your drone will arm. So let me go ahead and turn on the goggles so you can actually see what it kind of looks like. It should do that. You can see the goggles, what it sees in there. And if I move the drone around, you can see how like it moves around with it. Let me turn this off because we don't need it. Let's arm the drone. Let's give it a flight. Now this one is very sensitive to throttle, so don't full throttle it when you're indoors. Otherwise you're gonna die because your drone's gonna break. And don't go too fast. So when you land the drone, it's gonna bounce, so be aware of that. And then you just press this to disarm it, so it will stop bouncing. And so basically, this is so this is like probably like if you like to fly FPV, like they're especially racing drones, they're not good for camera. So like they're supposed to be for fun. Oh yeah, but here's the catch. If you go to the seller, they might tell you, might not tell you. But this only flies for 5 minutes after a 60-minute charge. So be aware of that. You do not want. So if you don't want to waste 1 hour and only fly for 5 minutes, well, I don't recommend this one. You can still find the tiny whoop. It's like this with upside down rotors and like entire like propeller protection. But otherwise, this drone's pretty good. Well, the price, I don't recommend it for beginners. If you're a beginner, well, you don't want to destroy this because, you know, your money's going to burn and you don't want that. So be extremely careful. And if you're good at flying, well, I definitely recommend it. And here's one more catch. In the case, when you put it in, like it kind of bends the propeller, so be aware of that. Otherwise, it's a pretty good drone. Don't break anything. And I'll see you next time when we get back home from Vegas.